Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel again. Today I'm going to show you a quick project about the sentiment analysis of iPhone news. So basically this project will involve one of the algorithm and also the repo of TextBlob in GitHub. This is a tool that ChatGPT actually recommended for the sentiment analysis, and we are going to go through the code step by step. Basically, I went through four iterations of the code, as you can see on the right hand side. Okay, so basically we first got this version of the code. So we have the function to get the iPhone news, then another function to analyze sentiment. The important thing is to actually categorize the sentiment score, so you can know it's positive, negative, or neutral. And so this is function to perform the sentiment analysis and news results. Okay, so this one is focusing on utilizing TextBlob. This one is to conduct the result analysis. And we also need to plot the results because I want to see it visually to get a better understanding of the sentiment analysis results. And let's see, the first result actually was like this. Okay, so basically I have everything is neutral. So the intuition tells me that it is most likely the problem of the dataset. So basically I get the news from the let's see here, from this function. I utilize the search query here. Okay, and I use the package Google search. Okay, so basically the search results, if it only returns the title or the URL, the analysis will not give any meaningful results. So the next iteration is to describe this issue. Okay, I did not even go to the details of reviewing this code, but at this step, I think the first thing is to actually see some distribution, okay, of the sentiments. That will be more useful. So I keep on iterate the code and see the second version. Okay, in the second version, actually there are some improvements. So basically the function changed from the get news to get full article. So for each URL to parse the HTML and to get through the BeautifulSoup to get the information, okay, and to separate into paragraphs. Yeah, so extract the text from paragraphs. In this way, we are sure that we are going to analyze the main contents. But remember, my code is only the first step. So in a more rigorous way, we should actually handle the text message more carefully. Especially we need to do a lot of pre-processing, like what I did some time ago, another project. When I analyze the job description, I need to eliminate all the punctuations or the different characters, special characters, and so on. But here I did not. Okay, I just do the easy way to build this framework. And the other parts mostly do not change. So let's see the results. Okay, this distribution is more sensible, I would say. We can see here there are mostly positive news, then small amount of negative news, and also some neutral news. Okay, so I think analyzing the news about a specific product could be useful to understand the views, the news views to the specific product, because sometimes it's quite difficult to do a market survey. Although different ways to do this, to collect the statistical data could be biased in some way. But I would suggest to use more ways to analyze the sentiment about a specific product. So we can see that for each product, yeah, the sentiment analysis result is shown as below. Okay, also we can see how many positive, how many negative, how many neutral. But still, for this kind of graphical presentation, I cannot understand the involvement. So it's better that in a later stage, I'm going to see a pie chart or the other charts. Okay, so in the fourth version, I'm going to present also the pie chart. Okay, and here I also notice a problem because for each product, after the search, I get a different news count. So basically, I think the package search results can vary based on the topic I search. So this could potentially bring some bias. Okay, so basically, the source of my sample data is not at equal quantity, and also I need to further investigate how the news were searched. Okay, if I want to be more rigorous. But as the initial result, I think this can give me some indication. Okay, about the sentiment on the news side to this product. Okay, so yeah. Also, for each version, I also posted the GPT comment about the version of the code. So you can see there are many ways to improve. So I just leave it here. Do not go to more details. Okay, let's just go to version 3. Okay, in version 3, actually, I asked GPT to double check about why the article numbers are different. So there is not a direct answer. But I rearrange the graphical representation about the sentiment, so I can have a approximation of the full picture. Okay, but as you can see here, I can only say like iPhone 14, we have 70 positive news, which is higher than the iPhone 15. But since the sample size of each research are not the same, we cannot compare in this way. Okay, so here we have the fourth version. Okay, the fourth version. Let's see the code. Yeah, so basically, in this version, I also added some of the requirements. So basically, I want to see the original website. Okay, so basically, I want to double check. I can see the URL. Okay, this is okay. I get the URL. The information is able to be double checked, and I also want to categorize the channel. For example, if the news channel is from like CNN, like other news source, and so on, or it is from the other source. Okay. Um, but eventually, most of those are other sources. As you can see, we have one New York Times, which is specified the channel as mainstream New York Times. But for the others, most of them are others. Okay. So it does not make much sense to actually visualize because most of them are other source. So I guess the result is quite scattered in the internet. The randomness seems okay. All right. Yeah, and for each news, we can still see the polarity score. Okay, and let's see. Here, this function will make sure that we have the 3-column results of the graph in the end for us to visualize. And here we can see the classification function of the different channel of the news. Okay, so these are the two, and also here. Okay, known channels. Okay, I gave some of the examples. So this function actually helped me to understand which channel it is. Okay, so both of these functions, get channel and then classify, work very well. But I did not put the visualization part on this statistic classification results. Okay, so basically, let's see the results. It looks okay. And also I expanded the search from the iPhone X, iPhone 10 to iPhone 15. Yeah. Now let's take a look at the final version. Okay, the final version is still running because I think the job is quite intensive. Okay. But in general, this code does not change much in the general structure. Okay. But eventually we have a different way to display the data. Okay. So we can see here that we have the percentage of the positive, negative, and the neutral news. So since each sample size may have small deviation, we cannot give conclusion that okay, the sentiment trend is more negative or more positive, but it could still give you some approximation. Okay, let's see here, like iPhone 15. we can see the negative news actually has a very small percentage. We can see that there is an improvement from iPhone 14. Also, you can see the neutral part, but the neutral part has increased a lot, around 7%. So in general, the positive comments and positive news has decreased about 6%. And let's take a look at the iPhone 13. We have 90% of the positive news. So is the market taking the new iPhone release a little bit tired? Okay, they are tired of the small improvements and the high price. It could be a possible explanation. But here I just showed you a quick view of analyzing the sentiments of news on a specific product. You can actually implement this to different products, but remember, always pay attention to how you gather the data, how you pre-clean, how you pre-process the data, and how you cross-reference, okay, cross-check the validity of the data, and eventually how you display this data, okay. About the natural language processing, I mean, the current methodology I used is just a start. Of course, we can use different natural language processing models. In the future, I wish when I dig deeper to that, I'm going to share with you what I find. Okay, so feel free to use this code. If you have any question, leave a comment. If you like my channel, please subscribe, and see you next time. Bye bye.